I would do a fun little 50 facts video about me because I've seen it done quite a few times and I thought, hey, that would be fun to try. Number one, I hate pistachios. I'm not sure why. Like, I'll eat them, but then I'm just like, these aren't that good. I'm not that crazy about them, so I don't like pistachios. Number two, I love TV shows where they talk to the camera, like documentary style. So The Office, Parks and Rec, and Modern Family are three of my favorites. And those might be the only three, I'm not really sure. But if there are more, I am totally open to watching them because I just like the style. It just seems more personal and realistic, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Carrie Underwood remembered us, me and my mom, the second time I officially met her. She happened to, or we met her at a radio station in town, and she was like, I've met you guys before, right? And totally freaked me out because I was like, oh my gosh, she remembers us. And she was like, I thought you guys looked familiar, like after we told her where we met her, because we met her two separate times, so it's like, she's not the type that would just bring it up if she really didn't remember people, because she's kind of awkward like that, so that really made me excited that she remembered us. Or it's kind of a dream of mine to own my own magazine company someday. First of all, I'd like to work for a magazine, so like InStyle or People Style Watch or Country Weekly, any kind of magazine like that. I would love to work for, but then I'd also like to branch my own someday, so we'll see. Top 5 people I would love to meet right now is Steve Carell, Monica Potter, John Krasinski, Amy Poehler, and Adam Scott. Most of them are comedians. Well, even Monica Potter is a comedian. She's just on a drama show, but she's like really funny. So, yeah, they seem like really awesome people, and they're hilarious and they're inspiring. So I would just love to meet them and chat with them about life. Number 7, Shaquille O'Neal was my first boyfriend. I met him at my mom worked at a radio station back when I was like 6, and he had like a CD because he wanted to be a rapper at the time. Well, he was doing promotion for it or something, and so we all got to meet him. Well, he was signing, and I like went up to take a picture with him, whatever, and he was like, so do you have a boyfriend? And I was like, no. He was like, well, you do now. And I was like, I don't remember it totally, but my mom reminds me of it from time to time. And I also have the picture to remember, so, you know. I plan to move to Nashville after I graduate college. I'm not totally sure of when or specifics, but that's ultimately where I want to end up after I graduate, and hopefully working for a magazine or reporting for GAC or doing something that helps out with my journalism degree. I have wanted to go to Australia since I was 10 after watching the Mary-Kate and Ashley movie, Our Lips Are Sealed. The way they went around the city and just did all this stuff and the sights and the locations, it just all looked really fascinating and beautiful and just always kind of appealed to me. So I think that's kind of where the dream of wanting to go to Australia all started. Of course, it goes back to Mary-Kate and Ashley. The top 3 artists that I haven't seen but would love to is Justin Timberlake as a solo artist. I saw him with NSYNC, but I've never seen him since he released his own solo projects, so I would really love to see him. Katy Perry and Gavin DeGraw, just because I've always been a fan of his music, but then after watching One Tree Hill and seeing him on the show and everything, it just stirred up my love for his music again. And he's coming here in the spring, so I would really love to get tickets to see him, and I hope it works out. 15, I have gone to Nashville every summer since I was 16, so I'm 21 now, so yeah, about 7 years. And then I went one time for my 18th birthday. It was a really quick trip, but it was amazing, something I'll never forget. I think Amy Poehler is hilarious, as I already told you earlier. I've mentioned Parks and Rec, and I mentioned her one other time because I'd love to meet her. Well, I'd really love to have dinner with her because not only is she hilarious, she's inspiring too, and she's really all about promoting girls and pushing them to be, smart, intelligent women that know what they want, and encouraging girls now to be leaders. And I just really love to have dinner with her and talk to her more about that, because that's something I'm really passionate about, and would just love to ask her advice and how she has she ever dealt with comparing herself to others, and just making it to where she has today, you know? That's all. The only real time I've been starstruck, I've met I've met quite a few celebrities, artists, some actors, but mainly like musicians. But the only time I can really remember being starstruck where I really couldn't get a whole lot of anything out is Nick Jonas. What can I say? So, as much as I love singing and music and have been really passionate about that, another thing that goes hand in hand for me is writing, because I think you have to have the lyrics and the words to put to music, you know, to make music really what it is and make it connect with people. So I've always wanted to be a writer since I was about 6 or 7. I was always writing short stories and about following your dreams and cheesy stuff like that, and I still write about that. So I love writing stories. I love writing narratives. I journal like nobody's business. People make fun of me for it when we go on trips together. They'll like pick on me because I write so much. They're like, we didn't even do anything today. I'm like, I don't know. I can write about anything. So yeah, I just really love writing, and it helps me get everything off my chest and not totally worry about it so much. I've made this number 13, but I didn't. And 13 is my favorite number, not because of Taylor Swift, but because I was born on January 13th. And it did inspire me to to be a little more enthusiastic about the number 13 after Taylor Swift came out, but it has always been my favorite number. One talent I really wish I had or was really like good at and did all the time was drawing. I love drawing and like doodling and like graphics and stuff, so I just really wish I was better at that and like Photoshop to be able to incorporate the two. I would love to take an art class to pursue it a little more. I got this new book and this new like art kit, so I've been trying to mess around with it a little. And since it's Christmas break, now I have time to do that a little more. But I just really wish it was like a natural gift that I could just pick up something and like draw a person or draw whatever I saw, because I think that would be really awesome. Number 20. Let's see. Running out of facts here. But I have broken my front tooth twice. So I have like a bond or a cap thing that goes on top of it, I guess. The first time my dad and I were playing tag in bonds and I tripped over his foot. And so I sounded like Cindy Brady, and I went to school the next day and they were like, you look like a vampire. So I got teased and I was like, well, that's fun. So then the second time I broke it, I was chasing my cat around the house in socks, and I slipped on the tile and like landed face first in the concrete in my kitchen, and broke it again. So that time my parents let me stay home from school because I didn't really want to go through that again. And then I went to the dentist and they got that fixed. And then technically a third time I broke it because I was in high school. It was senior year, and my friend and I were working this table because we were the senior class president and vice president. So we were working a t-shirt table for homecoming, and I was biting this little fruit roll-up thing, and it was hard, and I bit it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't feel my thing. I was like covering my mouth the whole time. I was like, I have to go, I have to leave, I have to go. And then luckily my mom was on campus helping out for lunches, and so we went to the doctor or the dentist straight after that. So that was fun. And the very last fact, number 21. I don't really know why I did 21 facts, but to keep with the theme of 21, I am 21 and I have never had a drink in my life. I've just never really had the desire to, but everybody always asks me why I don't and why they're like, oh, we're gonna get you drunk, and I'm like, no, you're not. So, yeah, people can try all they want, but I just really have no desire to, like, drink. And I think it's more because everybody like when you turn 21 and everybody wants to do that. I think that's kind of why it's kind of had the opposite effect on me, and I don't want to drink just to drink. So yeah, I just don't care to do that. I even went to Vegas for my 21st and I didn't have a drink. And you know what? I am okay with that.